Hi everybody and welcome back. More work on the Bronco StuG. So I put more of the photo etch on these covers here, and so the next part is to do these antenna trays, or whatever you want to call them. The way they work, I guess, is they rest on here, and then the antenna can fold down into it. So here they are, but the one problem is they're kind of warped. This one, not so much, but if you look at it head on, you can see that it's kind of bowed that way. This one, on the other hand, is quite a bit worse. It's really kind of weird looking. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do here. Either try and fix these, which I really don't see how I can, or maybe scratch build some, because I don't think it'd be that hard to scratch build them. Just a couple of strips with some in the bottom. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I can't really, the only way I could think maybe to straighten them out is to attach the brackets, the photo etch brackets, and then glue each one at a time. And as I glue them in place, make sure I bend it. But see, even bending it, it's not straightening the one side in relation to the other. It's just kind of wonky looking. I suppose I could kind of try and stress it, like stick something in between here and try and bend it using some stress to get it straightened up somewhat, but I don't think that's going to work too good. So I think I'm going to just scratch build these. So let me get some materials out, some plastic, some styrene, and see what I can do to scratch build some. Alright, here's what I've come up with to replace these antenna holders from scratch. I'm using, after I check the dimensions, I'm using some evergreen scale models, HO scale 2x6 material. I don't know what it actually measures out to in decimals or anything like that, but it's the perfect size to make these sides. So what I did, measured these. They were 2 3/16 inches long exactly. 2 3/16 inches long exactly. So I cut a couple of those. Then I just used a sanding stick and sanded the radius on the ends to duplicate those. So I had the sides cut. Then, using the same strip material, first thing I did was I drew a longitudinal line with a pencil on this so I can maintain the same direction, because it's really, really hard when you're cutting stuff like this to cut it exactly the same length. So I'm relying on the width to give uniformity down the length of the antenna holder. So I cut 3 small pieces here, and with the line I know which way to line them up, so it's the same way all the way down. Then, using another scrap of styrene in 0.030 by 0.080, which is this here. I had a little piece of scrap of that I used for a spacer in between. Then I just clamped it with this clothespin here. Then all I have to do is just make sure these are lined up properly. Then I can take these, set them on the end there, I can cement them right on the end there, one in the middle, one there. So I'll do the ends first, then I'll adjust my my spacer here so I can do one in the middle. And then I will have a duplicate of this scratch built from evergreen styrene plastic. So I'm going to put one together and then come back and show you what it looks like. And there you have it, all assembled and ready to go. So here's the kit part in this funky orange yellow color, and there's my part. So it'll pass, it'll work. I already test fit the antenna, and it does fit in to the channel like that. Alright, so that's how I did it. So I'm going to make another one real quick and then I'll start working on the photo etch for it and get them mounted where they belong. Here's the result of my scratch building of the antenna holders. So all that is complete. So that basically I have completed with the exception of the tracks, but I'm not doing those till later. That's always the last thing I do. I finished step 14. So I'm going to stop right here and allow Peter of Peter's Plastics, whom I am doing the buddy build with, allow him to catch up. He's been kind of busy, so hasn't been able to get a lot done. So I'm going to stop here until he gets caught up to step 14, and then I'll take it up again. So as always, thanks for joining me here on Plastic Models by a Regular Dude. And if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and I will see you all later.